And shorts, and surf, and scuba, and sand, and sailing, and soccer. San Diego, California.
Season's greetings and welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 212. The area codes of New York.
What is that area code?
I do believe 212. Season's greetings to everybody who's joining us here today on a Monday. We're going to go ahead and get it started. We're going to start today with something a little bit different. Everybody's been liking this new segment that we've had, El Juego Bonito, goals, gaffes, and greats. We're going to go ahead and get it started with that before talking about the Chrome Ball Tour, Chrome Ball Chronicles, everything that happened, and Poway, the community of Poway, with the third stop of San Diego FC's tour that's going around different communities. And we played. We're going to get into some highlights, some lowlights, and some such innings. Season's greetings to everybody who's joining us here on Instagram.
Tony, you are correct. 212 is Manhattan, New York.
Pa que veas. Season's greetings to everybody who's joining us here in the chat. Esteban Toscano, part of the great group that we saw him over there. We're also going to go ahead and talk about a little bit on the U.S. Open Cup. We're going to touch on a little bit because we do have a surprise coming up later on in the week. With that, we're going to also go ahead and talk about the Gold Cup. The Women's Gold Cup is starting here in San Diego this week, but it already has begun. We're going to get some coverage of some U.S.-Mexico games as well. They're going to get into all of that good stuff here in your number one source for soccer in San Diego. Two Balls at a Mic, powered by San Diego Futbol. That is a new name of the game. Everything soccer in San Diego happens in San Diego Futbol. So check it out right then and there. Thank you for everybody who's been joining us, who has been supporting us, who went out and did their thing over in Poway and welcomed us to the beautiful community over there and everything that has that Poway has to offer. I've never been to Poway.
My favorite part about the whole thing was seeing Johnny Richardson. Shout out Johnny Richardson. Just like
everything ST.
I live 7 minutes away.
Everything ST. Shout out everything.
Nice. That is sick. You know what's exciting?
Yeah.
Soccer is about to start happening again here in San Diego. We get to finally watch soccer again. We got the Gold Cup starting this week. San Diego Wave season starts in less than a month now. MLS season starts this week.
I mean, San Diego FC having one official player, potentially rumored a second player. You can check that article out. Where? San Diego Futbol. Yes, we post articles as well. All right, so let's go ahead and
yeah, we post articles as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. We post articles as well.
You wanted to start the show a little differently today, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and just touch on a couple things. People have been liking the Juego Bonito segment that we've been having. It's rather interesting. So we're going to go ahead and get right to that here with the goals,
Juego Bonito.
Goals, gaffes, and greats. Season's greetings to Procrastinating Puma joining in, Alicia, and again, Esteban Toscano. Yes, this is the San Diego Soccer's third kit.
¿Te gustó?
I like it. I'm wearing it.
Do you have to say that? Blink twice if you have to say that on the contract.
I do not have to say that. What I might have to say is that Soccer's Overtime. You can check it out every day on Tuesday on Twitch. Check out everything.
I'm convinced that's part
times.
of your contract where you have to promote Soccer's Overtime during Two Balls and a Mic.
That
is hilarious.
I will never admit to that.
So yeah, we're not kidding when we say for Soccer Juego Bonito for all our goals of the week. If you send us thing and it's a banger. We're going to show it, and rightfully so, it's going to win. So essentially, let's dive into it.
All right, so let's get right into it, right? So we got to, have our scouts out there, and we came across a goal that was absolutely fantastic. So this player is actually a local player here from San Diego, a local prodigy, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
You never say never.
From the same bloodline of Alejandro Guido.
Yes, that blood runs deep. Like the soccer is very plentiful in that family, the Guido family line and that lineage. This is going to be a player named Jackson.
Joaquin Jackson.
14
years old, 2009. Born. Is that 14? Damn. Wow. We're old.
Yeah, that is 14.
Joaquin Jackson plays for Chula Vista FC, the boys division 2009 for the MLS Next.
Yeah.
He got himself a hat trick this weekend.
Yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and get started. So we saw this goal. Let me make sure I get the correct goal on here, and then we're just gonna let it play. Un auténtico golazo. An absolute banger here. Nothing. The goalkeeper can do nothing here. Look, this first time right there. You can see this is a training ground, I guess, because it's a great cross assist right here. Number 4, finding it a little bit behind, but already right there, he knows like what he's about to do or what he's about to attempt. He has no space, little to no space.
The instinct to do it.
Oh, wow. Look at that freeze frame. Boom.
Oh, man. Like anything the goalkeeper could have done. Fair. I love how anytime there's a goal, I like your input on what the goalkeeper could have done.
All right. So, I mean, you're not really expecting that ball to travel with that velocity. That's not really supposed to happen. That's like a last resource. And it did go a little bit over his, like directly over him. So maybe put both hands up. But either way, it's nothing to take away from this goal.
Maybe that kid is not destined to be a goalkeeper and doesn't have the right reactions. Time to be a goalkeeper. But other than that, Joaquin Jackson.
And that's part of a hat trick. Because look, this was another goal that he scored in that same game. Part of a hat trick, as you're saying.
Rocket.
Tecnología, 2 balls and a mic. No, this was forwarded by I bet Sumama, no?
Yeah, I'm assuming. But no, big shout out to Joaquin for this goal, and that's why you in 2 balls and a mic goal of the week. And there was some.
Oh, there was another goal and a hat trick, right? And a hat trick attempt.
There was a hat trick, yeah. Great pass, an assist from his teammate right there. Just that's a striker instinct. That little chip at the end. You know, you see the greats doing that, like Messi. Messi's kind of started the whole chip thing over the goalkeeper, but
yeah, he started with Osvaldo Sanchez.
And I mean, we have another goal of the week that we have to do. It just feels right to share this one, right?
It
has to be
absolutely right. Let me set this up really quickly.
But Joaquin Jackson, take a bow, my friend.
You are
an absolute banger.
Goal
hat trick
of the week here in San Diego Football. If you or yours have goals that you want to send, that you scored, have somebody that scored, have a teammate that scored, you got a goal scored against you that was really good, send it over and it will be crowned as San Diego Football's goal of the week.
Just to elaborate more on the whole bloodline of Alejandro Guido, nephew. Yeah, Joaquin is Alejandro Guido's nephew.
Yeah,
would go to a bunch of San Diego Loyal games. Big San Diego Loyal fan. I'm sure he's gonna follow his uncle over in FC Cincinnati too. But yeah, I mean, the future's bright here with Joaquin, guys.
Yeah, and he's I believe he's part of Chula Vista FC Boys 2009 MLS Next team. He's actually the number 10 for that team. And so they played against Murrieta Soccer Academy, CVFC 1.
Joaquin's on Instagram saying, yes, my mom, thank you.
No, well, thank you.
No, thank you
for that goal. And again, if you score, keep scoring, like just keep sending them, because you're going to be in contention with some other fantastic goals across the world sometimes. And you never know. This next goal is actually part of what happened. We were talking about the Chrome Ball Tour over in Poway, because again, we played and it was a absolute blast. Chiva, you had some input in this. You had something to do.
So our second goal of the week, because again, in this segment, we like to add if we feel like deserves another one, but it is for Paul Naku with this the goal that he had in the MLS.
All right, so that's that. Let me just stop right there. You started that pass. You initiated right there.
Pass it to not only Willie Santos, right there,
legendary skateboarder
here in San Diego. Passes it over to Paul on the left wing.
Give me Paul. Does a stutter step.
Passes it back to me.
Patience.
Last man. I'm over here saying, all right, boom. Pass it over to the right.
Absolutely jam-packed, by the way. This stadium is here to see Birds Barcata. Great cross.
Paul gets the header, gets the rebound, and scores it in against a not so Talented goalkeeper.
I don't know, man. That was all right. Relax. That's not a Barry, our fellow goalkeeper personnel there, but no, that was a fantastic goal because again, I don't think we were meant to really even score a goal in that tournament, let alone win a game. And we'll get to all of that a little bit later. So those are two of our
Congrats.
goals of the week.
Mr. Paul Naku scoring.
Share this over with whomever you want.
I believe Paul shared that was the first Bridge Barcata Chrome Ball Tour victory. They hadn't won a game in the Chrome Ball Tour and any other games. They won a game in Street Flow, but this is for the Chrome Ball Tour.
We're seeing over here a Tactics Football Collective. Yeah, Paul, legend. People love Paul. Paul's a great ambassador of the game here in San Diego. Obviously, having a hand in Bridge Barcata and all that good stuff.
Definitely check out all of his Instagrams when it comes to Wave. When plural. It comes to the man is an Instagram machine. But definitely check out and follow Bridge Barcata, doing great community work and putting up great pickup games at Chicano Park.
Where was that other angle of the goal? There was another cool angle of
Cisco asking, they ran out of Chrome Ball Tour kits?
Yeah. So, all right. So I don't know if I'm not the team captain of here. We were just invited to this. That was my first question when we were invited last week. Was like, hey, kits? Question mark. Just like sizes, because inclusivity is very important, and body positivity is a thing now in 2024. And if I could take advantage of body positivity, then I will take advantage of it. But I believe that there's only a certain amount of kits that go out because these are meant to be the same teams that go, not necessarily a bunch of
recruiting different people, but
Avengers type situations. Yeah, it's an Avengers situation. Paul Naku for Bridge Barcata is assembling us. So no, it was a really cool time out there. And yeah, that was, at least for right now. We're gonna get to everything else Chrome Ball Tour here in a couple of seconds. What else happened with goals? That was it. Goal.
Was it. I mean,
cool.
I mean, they went up against Jaden Philogene from Hull City, who scored an absolute banger from Arabona, but that didn't win it. So sorry. We're gonna move on to our gaff of the week, and we have two. Shall we start with the first one?
Do I have a womp womp? I don't.
Womp womp womp. Let's start with you. You are our first gaff of the week.
I completely forgot.
Yeah, no, you're our first gaff of the week because Tony. Not only did Tony had great highlights, but there was one specific highlight.
All right, so let me just take you through this. Right,
this is it.
Yeah, this is it. All right, so this is, and I'll tell you right now, this is a gaff. This is anti-football. This is anti anything that the creators of this beautiful sport ever meant to look like. Like, I'm not supposed to be out there. 1, 2, I was tired. Right now, I'm sitting down in a sitting down position as opposed to not a sitting down position. But getting up is difficult. And sitting down is difficult. So it's been a struggle.
So when you told me that recovery has not been easy, this dude calls me. He's like, "Oh man, recovery has not been easy at all." I thought you meant your knee. Like when you fell, you're just sore.
Yeah, no. So I'm absolutely sore when it comes to my thighs, like up from my knees up, both of them equally on fire, and it feels like I have double dead leg.
And to be fair, you were the only player that played every single minute.
You know what? I wasn't going to bring that up, but you know what? Thank you for bringing that up because yes, I was the only player that played every single minute. And procrastinating Puma,
you did the least running.
Absolutely. I mean, I played an extra little tournament, mini tournament.
In 2010 ran more than Bofo Bautista.
So. Tony's not beating the wash-up accusations. Procrastinating Puma, there was never any wash-up accusations, and even if there was, we're putting that
1v1?
down.
You played 1v1.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, including 1v1. Sure. In any case, this moment is pretty much kind of like where I am in my goalkeeping. I played with Alejandro Guido. We had that moment. I've had moments in my career where I don't look very fondly and behind some goals that I want back. This is neither a goal, neither a red card, neither anything. But this is a moment that I absolutely love. The moment it happened, I couldn't get a smile off my face just because I know what that must have looked like from the outside and know that it was absolutely great.
It made the whole thing worth it for me.
All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Right, so I have the ball at my feet right here. Let's see. Exit here. Exit full screen.
This is exactly the one play, I think.
Yeah, no, this is exactly it, right? So I have the ball on my feet. I'm trying to be a little fun. I'm pointing over there and trying to be tricky. I pass it over to a no look pass, like no look. Paul was not in a position where I should have put the ball in. I should have had a much better pass, but I just give it away. Boom. My man here decides to, which by the way, we'll get to this guy.
Oh,
We
yeah,
will get to this
We
guy
will, for
because
sure.
we had an exchange of words. 2 balls and a mic does not condone violence on the field at all, but verbal assaults are okay as long as it's above the belt. So this bad pass. And look at me, I'm just standing there like chingado. Like, all right. So this guy tries to control it.
It literally, he didn't even try to kick it. It literally just bounced off his shin.
Yeah. So right there, right? It just for the people who are listening, right? This is a ball that I have. I'm trying to clear in the indoor soccer space. By the way, come and watch it on YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter. It's loads of fun. But this ball gets try to control it. It bounces off the shin. It goes up into the heavens, and it's going to go into the goal.
Mhm.
It's going to go into the goal. I already know it's going to go into the goal. I'm trotting back because I know it's going to be a goal, and I'm like, oh man, like. It bounces before it's gonna go in, and then I look up as I'm kind of semi running back.
You're sprinting.
I'm semi running back.
You're sprinting.
Now I'm semi running back, and then I'm like, this wall is actually very small. This goal is very short, so it's about to bounce in front of me, and it's gonna rebound back, and somebody's gonna tap it in. I have to turn around and get the ball. That's what I tell myself in the head. Right. So, all right. Once again, let's reset. And then, okay, well, that happened. Ball gets intercepted there. It's going to go all the way back. And it's going to, oh, look, it bounced right on top. I need to turn around. I don't know. There's absolutely nobody there. I don't know that there isn't a striker, a poacher, a Samuel Eto'o just ready just to, head it in and take the glory. Either way, the ball bounces off. It doesn't go in. And I cannot stop myself. And not only can I not stop myself, and I told you, my legs are done. My thighs are done. I literally felt my legs just turn off because I couldn't turn around. And I just literally fell face forward. Like I was just running and just, oh, there we go. And I couldn't stop myself. So let's just review the footage here once and for all. I just, for the first time, actually heard this video with audio right now, and I heard some lady cackle in the back.
I think that might have been me. Oh no, that was a lady. Or a kid.
Or a kid. I don't know, man. Either way, ball goes back there.
Everyone's reaction. He said, bro, look like the character from Fall Guys.
I know what Fall Guys is.
Here's the thing. What I was cracking up about this whole thing, as soon as that happened, the ref kind of stopped the play and like, oh, are you okay? And then he just kind of just speaks to himself. I've never seen that happen before.
Just an aside, just like not even to anybody.
And the referee was an older gentleman too. And
no, I have a picture with. I actually really like the picture I have with him.
And I just told him like, you've never seen a 300+ pound goalkeeper before. Don't lie. Like that's why you've never seen it. The thing is, when you're in that heavy set figure, gravity will do its things.
Oh, gravity did its thing.
It really did
in that moment. Let me look, sweet old man. Look at that. Like,
shout out, referee.
I'm really glad that I can pal around with referees. That was my favorite thing to do at games. Just mess around because I know the rules. I know how the ins and outs of it. And now, and I went off on him a couple times. Like I went off of him, but he, along with everybody else, got the last laugh because
tactic football. He didn't get this.
You can hear the gates.
Procrastinating Puma saying, I love how you sat there for a second and then got back up.
Because I was laughing. The moment it happened, I'm like, this must look so hilarious. Like I can
Oh,
just
man.
imagine how funny this must look like. But guess what? Jeremy is right. No goal.
No goal.
No goal. That ball did not go in.
It was not a save either, though. You didn't save it, but it was not a goal.
You can't convince me that I didn't save.
You know, you did not get that save.
Me trampling on the ground caused a seismic reaction. It's a no look save, 100%.
But this is why
Con la
Tony,
mirada.
for this play was the gaff of the week. We're gonna get to the blue light and right after the El Juego Bonito segment. But Tony, let's move on with this. We did have a second gaff this week
Yes,
as well.
so we do
and
have
it's a very big one.
Yeah, 100%. And that's a little bit more of a serious, unfortunate one when it comes to just Open Cup here in the USA. We've talked about it a little bit. The Open Cup being the longest running soccer tournament in the world that all levels and all tiers of soccer in the US participate in. It's the FA Cup. It's
The Copa del Rey.
Copa del Rey. But now it's kind of been made once again kind of official. It's going to be wonky. This is an unfortunate set of events because the reality of it is that in order to have a strong, I don't know,
Foundation, maybe.
yeah, like foundation for the sport of soccer.
Frame.
Yes, that is another word. I like that. Okay, keep going. Scaffolding. All right, cool.
Oh,
You have to have tournaments like this to give the little guys a shot and to put money in pockets where sometimes it needs it in order to grow the game as naturally as as organically as possible is to have tournaments of David versus Goliath, right? We saw San Diego Loyal have a couple of great games against LA, against Seattle, that fantastic goal. People who follow San Diego Loyal are gonna remember Adams' last minute goal to really cement that as one of the best games in club history here for San Diego in that division in that at that level. But yeah, so sources 2024 U.S. Open Cup gets a go ahead under proposed new format, and essentially it's the MLS just MLSing this.
yeah.
And
That's the right word to use. MLSing this.
yeah, and look, we're gonna go ahead and get into it a little bit more with a special guest a little bit later this week, but if it's anything other than all teams participate, all teams are in there, all teams have representation, even if it is your MLS MLS Next teams, you didn't have to say that you're going to go ahead and pull out the main teams. They were already doing that.
And if you got hired like semifinals, quarterfinals, you'd start playing your starters to win it. Just hindsight, last Open Cup, there was almost 100 teams, 99 teams that participated. It starts with the first round open divisions. There's 10 teams from these leagues, the Amateur Cup, literally from the MWPL, UPSL, the Nissan League. Some teams from the Nissan League like make it in, which is a different league as well. But then the NPSL teams also go in. The USL 2 teams go in the open division. Enter the second round. You have Division 3 and Division 2 teams from the MLS Next Pro, NISA League, and USL 1. Then you have the USL Championship teams going in, 24 teams from there. Entering the third round, you have 26 teams going inside, especially from MLS teams. Pretty much all of the teams in the MLS participate. What's going to happen now, and I think that's official, is not all the teams are going to participate.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate part because, again, it really gives an opportunity to some of the players who aren't on the starting 11 to get some important minutes in tournament play. It gives players in lower divisions an opportunity to, play in some of these stadiums against some of these teams that otherwise, for the most part, we wouldn't be able to even get near. And so it's just an unfortunate happening overall.
And I think we can speak on the beauty of this, right? Where we do commentary for San Diego Inter, a team that has a chance to qualify for the opening round of the U.S. Open Cup by winning the whole national level of the UPSL Premier Division. You have to go through a whole national tournament to enter the beginning stages of this tournament. To me, that's the beauty of roots, starting from the bottom and then going in and possibly having a chance to even make the next round. And we see this in leagues like in France, right? We had that like 5th, 6th division team that got PSG in the next round, and they were super hyped because they're going to play against PSG. They know they're going to get destroyed, but you're excited because you're gonna get to play against Mbappe, against who's in PSG now. They lost everyone, but
Yeah, and look, and there's also just major step downs within the organization, within the U.S. Cup Open Cup committee. I believe the chair Arthur Matson stepped down. It's just a couple of big dominoes are falling in that sense, and there's repercussions for this because if you're a FIFA recognized league, you have to have this tournament available up and down, right? So if MLS wants to pull themselves out, that's going to affect not just the MLS, not just the lower team. It's just going to affect the country and the
gonna affect U.S.
sport
soccer.
of soccer,
Okay.
U.S. soccer, which has a Mexican supporter. Right? So, you know, okay, it's fine. You guys are doing pretty good. You guys are hurting yourselves essentially.
But as local media from an up and coming MLS team, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and so we'll see what those repercussions are. If they want to go ahead and continue to be ratified via FIFA, if they want to be this maverick league that just exists outside of FIFA, or if FIFA would allow it, if the money is right. Either way, it's unfortunate. It needs to be rethought altogether. And we're gonna have a special guest here later on this week to really discuss
Dive
this
more into it for sure. But yeah, that's why MLS is this week's gaff as well for El Juego Bonito.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna wrap it up with the great, and I think it's kind of clear who our great will be, right? You're able to win it twice.
100%. Victories.
Able to win goal and great of the week.
Yeah. So or gaff, and you know what? Great right here.
Not you.
Oh, okay.
It is not you, Tony. It is not other but Joaquin Jackson.
Joaquin Jackson has been named first two-time in 1 week winner here. Joaquin Jackson, congratulations. You are not only goal of the week, you are also the great of the week. And again, I don't need to see this goal once again. This separate angle. Look at that. Just
Rightfully
look at that.
So win goal of the week and great of the week. Again, for those of you who Joaquin Jackson, nephew of Alejandro Guido, scoring a hat trick with Chula Vista FC for the MLS Next team versus Murrieta Soccer Academy, winning that game 4-1, getting himself a hat trick, putting San Diego on the map. Joaquin, you are the great of the week.
Hell yeah. All right. After this and watching the highlights, I will need some refreshments, Carl. There was some electrolytes. The electrolyte deficiency.
So
those are actually really good. Very low zero sugar or very low sugar. Shout out. those were fantastic. I think I have a picture of it actually because I wanted to.
Was it low sugar or decent amount?
I'm low sugar right now. No.
Oh, mi compa se me muere.
Yeah, it was called Recover. Yeah, look at that. We are not paid at all, but
sponsor anything. But
you know, there was a wagons of this beverage kind of walking around.
At first, I thought, oh man, I don't have like $1 or something, but they were free.
They were free. They were
like,
actually really good. Shout out, Recover drink.
Really delicious, really tasty. It did not help with the soreness, but
it did a little. It did a little. All right.
You're the one person that got an ice pack the whole day.
Electrolytes.
All right, let's dive into the Chrome Ball Tour. We're gonna get into our segment now of our experience.
I like that.
In the Chrome Ball Tour in Poway. We talked about it a little bit, but Bridge Barcata invited us, and we said yes.
Yeah. So let's be clear. Bridge Barcata invited me. I was invited, and then I was like, "Hey guys."
Neta?
No.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe I was about to leave.
Save me a couple headaches here. But yeah, so we were invited over by El Gran Paul, great and powerful Paul, who does a lot of everything in San Diego. We've already talked about a little bit, but we've made it out to these Chrome Ball tours. The first one that we go together, right?
Yeah.
And then not only is the first one that we go together, look at that specimen, man. Not that one. It was a really cool outing. It's the first one we participate in, and again, it's an interesting take, right? Because you guys are doing this through media, through this. Look, guys, I'm part of the community. I'm not hungry all the time. I can be hungry sometimes, but I'm not hungry all the time. I can be part of the media, but I'm not media all the time. I cannot be media in my regular job. That's not. I get fired and I can't pay for stuff, right? That doesn't mean that I'm not going to respect the lines of that, but um, I'm also part of this community. We've played with Bridge Barcata, and if you're not really in tune with the sport itself, I don't think that we'd be able to give a good discussion about what the state of the sport in San Diego is, and give it its fair due, because then we're just two people, two doñas, just like, oh look, soccer, oh look, like this and this and this. Okay, so either way, the tournament was in Poway. This event, the Chrome Ball Tour, was in North County Soccer Park. Great, great place. Great establishment. Has two couple courts. This, what you're seeing on the screen right now, is the 1v1 aspect, which was sprang up. I did not know that there was a 1v1 component to this.
When I'm telling you guys that you found out that you were going to participate in this maybe like a day before, the whole day at work, you're like, no mames, wait.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
Do this. Like,
Yeah.
What the heck? Like, no way. Wow, valer madre.
And great stop there by somebody. I don't know who's that. Oh, look, it's me. It went directly to my legs. Either way, it was fun. I didn't know what the rules were. I'm like, is this going to be a shootout situation? Is it going to be like goalkeeper wars? Am I going to be super tired? This game, the 1v1 is literally 10 minutes before we're going to go ahead and play our actual first game on the main court, on the main field.
Either way, didn't win the 1v1, but honestly, it wasn't your fault.
Because it wasn't, because I was not scored on. We had a score on the opposite side. The rules were interesting, but
yeah,
either way,
it was a little hard to understand at first.
It was fun. Here the highlights were kind of be sporadic, but this is now the. Is this the first game?
I think so.
Yeah. So the first game that we were out there, it was a really cool.
It's Chicano Futsal. So if you guys haven't checked out Chicano Futsal, also doing pickup soccer at Chicano Park. It's a little more competitive. It's a lot. They had pretty fit people. They had Chris Ribbit, who plays for San Diego Inter.
Yeah, he does.
If you know, playing in the UPSL is pretty high level. So, I mean, we were playing against him, and I think he scored a couple on you.
Yeah, he did score a couple of me in this setting. He was also the one that played 1v1 against me, and couldn't score on me there. But either way, he needs a little help from his friends. A great pass here by Carl against the wall. And we try to strategize in the beginning, like, look, it's indoor. We got to play this. We got to play that. All that strategy went out the window 2 seconds into the game.
So here's the thing about indoor, right? Where 6-on-6, yeah, 5 on the field. You got to play a 2-2-1 if you want to stay competitive.
Mm-hmm.
No one in our team, maybe 1 or 2 people in our team, were fit enough to kind of like keep running throughout the whole 8 minutes of half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the halves were 8 minutes, and we were still absolutely gassed.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're not making the rotations, the subs. We only had 3 subs available. It's really hard where
Chris Ribbit joined on Instagram.
When some people are not able to drop back because they're tired, they don't ask for subs or anything like that. We did a good job in asking for subs. The only thing is, once you're tired, your legs don't move anymore, especially when you're out there on the field.
As evidenced by my legs. Look at that. Great timing. I think this is a Chiva highlight. Look at that. Run back. Where is it?
Yeah, mi compa Cazagoles.
Where's Chiva? Where's Chiva? Eating us up. I think I went 2 back, right?
No, I think you went forward. Oh, that's me. That's me right there.
Oh, you're already on the field. Hey, you're fast. But yeah, so it was a good little turnout. Ricardo Campos, vice president of SDFC, was watching with his family up there. Oh, there he is. Look at that. Oh, highlights. El Chiva.
Cambio. Entra Paul.
Paul inside. Immediately gets scored on almost. No, like at the end of the day, it was really fun.
I think people from the team or people that follow us had very high expectations.
Of us?
Yeah.
Oh.
In general, I think Ricardo told me I expect nothing less than a hat trick, and I was like, bro, I'm playing defense. I'm not gonna play on top. I can't run right now. I'm not in the best shape right now, but the first game we got absolutely demolished. We lost, I think, 7-1. against Chicano Futsal. So
I refuse to say that was 7 goals that went past me. But if you say that's the truth, then that's the truth.
I want to say it was 7. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but we
Please-
played a lot better in the second half, and we scored a goal.
correct them. Yeah, so you already saw Paul Naku's 1 goal on there, but the second match, which was literally 20 minutes after, we were gassed, and we're like, oh my god.
You know what sucked? Having 20 minutes of a break, and we got cold during those 20 minutes, and we had to warm up again. And like I think that's what really like messes up your muscles, especially for you. Like your girls out here, like literally stretching you out and everything on the floor. Like God bless her.
God,
man.
jeez, thank goodness. Like get the blood flowing. As you can see that save right there, you know, it took a lot out of me.
Güey, ahí cuando estaba corriendo ahí, güey.
You're running, huh?
Freaking bib like got my shirt, so like half my belly was sticking out. I was like, God damn it, dude.
You're gonna see a good save here by Tony. Down low on the bottom right. I don't know how I didn't get out of there.
And that was the trick where the other team saw you and I said, you shoot it low to the right or to the left.
Yeah, and one team figured it out. The second one did not. The second game I had a couple.
Chula pickup, right? Chula Vista pickup. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
No la pelaron. Sorry, guys. We should have not won a single game, but we beat Chula Vista pickup, and I'm very proud of that.
Not only that, Willie Santos scored. Willie Santos scored. Paul scored. It was a great game.
I think that's what made this whole weekend great. That Paul got to go in, and Willie Santos got to go in as well. Special guest from Paul in the British Barracuda team, and we played really good that second game.
Yeah, no, we really did. I think this is a great set piece here. Let me see. Yeah, this is going to be a goal right here off of the free kick. Look at that, all that space. Boom, golazo. This game ended up being 3-3. So just me being me, 2-2. Just me being me. Like I like shithousery. I live, breathe shithousery on the field. During halftime, I'd go and pick up the ball, throw it onto the other side just to make time. And again, like this tournament is something you can win some legitimate money out of if you make it to the final. Shout out to Locals FC, who ended up winning the tournament, which I found out they don't get to keep the trophies. They give them back.
The NWSL Shield?
Yeah, the NWSL Shield with the SDFC logo, crest logo. I don't know. Third crest. But yeah, so we were wasting time. I was wasting time, and then one of the players came up to you and was like, "Hey,
you're here to play. Stop wasting time."
Yeah.
That guy.
Actually, that guy right there that almost scored on me that led to hilarity. But either way, he was like, "Yeah, you're here to play." I'm like, "Bro, like, relax.
It's
like,
not that deep.
It's not like that." And I'm like, "All right, cool. You're taking this serious. Now I have to take it seriously." And so my body was aching. My body was sore. I couldn't move halfway through the game. And that just revitalized me and just like, okay. All right. Sounds good.
Because he started talking shit when there was still like 4 minutes left in the second half?
100%.
Because they were down 2-1. They're like, oh, we need to score. We need to tie this up.
They did need to score. And guess what? They did end up scoring.
And you know what started it is I think they got a foul call in their favor and the ball rolled onto our side. And you yelled at me, like, déjala. I was like, leave it. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'll leave it.
Let them pick it up.
Run and
let
grab
them
it.
pick it up. It's not my concern.
And I was like, bro, chill out. You run and get the ball. Like, it's your ball. You hurry up. I don't need to hurry up. I'm trying to catch my breath, dog.
Yeah. And by the time I get there, nothing's going to happen. That game ended up being tied. We go up into a sudden,
at the last minute.
Last second. Sudden death penalty. I didn't get a hand on it, but I looked at it, so I stopped it.
No look safe.
And then we ended up winning the game to everybody's disgust because nobody wanted to keep playing. We're like, yeah, we won.
We might make playoffs.
Shit, we won. There might be another game. And I was just like, no.
The thing was like, oh, we have to wait till 5 when we make playoffs. We're like rooting for Chicano Futsal.
We might win this whole thing. Oh, no. Oh, man. Like, if I'm, like,
Yeah.
I would be in a wheelchair if we kept playing right
Did
now.
anybody catch that Chicano futsal versus Chula Vista pickup? Another goalkeeper got hurt. Hopefully he's okay. But I believe Chicano futsal won by a lot.
Did they really?
I think so. I think by the first half, someone told me, I know it's a lot to nothing. And I said, okay, cool. That means we're not playing another one.
Yeah.
Because if it went to goal difference, then Chicano futsal would have still taken it, beating us like 7-1.
And again, we were talking about the goalkeeper, right, for Chicano futsal. And let me see if it's this one. No, that's the gaff. That's still the gaff. But at the end of it, like the state of Tony, I think this video is gonna go up to the end. Yeah, so it procrastinated. You saw the guy in the stretcher at the end of that game, which Chicano futsal and Chula Vista pickup. I guess he hurt his back. He got tangled in the 1v1s. You see him right there with the ball in his hands. At the end of our first match, this is the I think this is after that.
This is after
We
the
were
second
waiting.
one.
We beat Chula Vista pickup.
We're trying to
And
figure it out. Are we gonna play another one? Do
I
we have
had
to
a lot of
go?
people hit me up because I put this video on my Instagram, and I was like, "Ooh!" Like people started being concerned, like, "Oh no, what happened?" You know who hit me up? Wendy. She's
Oh my
like,
gosh.
"Oh
Okay.
no, what happened? Why is everything?" I'm like, "No, like it's just turf burn. Like my knees look like raw meat, like just cut
Yeah,
up
they did.
chicken,
They really
just
did.
beef tartar. You know what tartar is?
Tartar. No, you're gonna show me though.
Absolutely.
Oh, that does look like your knee.
Yeah, look at that chicken, beef tartar.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm just icing it. I went over to the EMTs. I'm like, "Hey guys, you guys have it like icy hot or something?" And the guys are like,
You have an ice pack.
"I have it. Yeah, I got an ice pack. All right, that'll do." So I just put him on my knees. And then after the game, just all smiles. The goalkeeper comes over and we have a little conversation. And he's like, "Hey,
what did he tell you?
it was like, hey, good game, man. It was good seeing you play out there." And I was like, "Hey, no, like it's all fun and games. Like it's all fun and games. Like, hey, man, who está bien? You played well. Like, good to see you out there, and keep on going. Like really, like just like very solid. Like, hey, dude, like this and that. Really cool kid. Directly after this conversation, he went over to get himself a cup of elotes of corn, a cup of corn, and some mezquita. Just.
Well.
But no, it was a good conversation, and like honestly, like if I had to put a favorite moment of that day, like not the game, not anything, it's just having that conversation with a young, like it's a morro, he's a kid, like he's a kid, and he's barely starting his career, just playing, and it's really cool to just have those moments and conversations. Unfortunately, he did pick up a back injury. Cisco's here saying like he did pick up a back injury. And so hopefully he's okay. I went over and saw him on the stretcher. I'm like, "Hey, bro, like, keep your head up, animo, like, animo carnal, like, it's fine. It'll be okay."
This is the funniest comment ever. Travis Peterson said, "Our team gave next goal wins life."
Oh, 100%. 100%. That should have been the
I
name
think
of the team.
we scored in the second half against
The first
Chicano
one?
futsal.
It was 7-0.
Yeah,
You're
7-1,
like,
and we're like, "Oh,
last goal
Golgana,
wins."
next goal
You know?
wins."
So we ended up winning that goal.
How did you like the event overall? As a member of the soccer community here in San Diego, not media, not anything, you enjoyed it. We left cameras at home.
Yeah.
We didn't really record much ourselves. We didn't really post much.
Because this is our coverage now. It's our coverage now, and looking at it from the inside out, being a participant in it, it was fun. Like I can't fault anybody, any corporation, anything for putting on an event that lets the community come out and showcase their version of soccer. Like since the moment you got there was families, because that's an establishment, like North County Soccer Park, like that's been there, I believe, for over 30 some years. And we were talking with the owner a little bit, and just the people that have passed through there, and Win, who played in the MLS, helped host the event as well. Like, he played there as well. And it's just really cool to see the different styles, different flavor, different takes on soccer across San Diego, because I don't frequent Poway. The closest thing to that we used to have was the water tower. And that's not a thing anymore. The water tower here in San Diego was a center for soccer culture.
Iconic place.
It was something that people came to from Mexico, even though they have it over here in Tijuana. Like you go play at the water tower because that's the closest thing you have to something that's really cool and natural
and competitive
at all levels. You had kids,
co-ed, you had kids,
co-ed,
you had fourth division,
Mhm.
third division, second division. I think what we have now is East Lake Soccer League that comes close to it. It's not really indoor, but it's similar. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I truly enjoyed the event. And just
members of the community, Brandon Escoto, San Diego soccer legend.
Tell
Great.
me why I saw him, and I was like, that's Brandon Escoto. Fuck, don't tell me he's gonna play in like Chicano futsal or something, and literally I'm gonna have to play against another freaking pro player and get crapped on again. Because he would have destroyed everyone there.
Yo, 100. He destroyed everybody at the Empire Strikers yesterday. So
Marco Fabian.
Marco Fabian did
20
did Marco
goals
Fabian
already
win?
in 13 games.
Okay, it's not Marco Fabian.
Man.
Yeah, bring that back. The water tower needs to be coming back. But yeah, no, Brandon Escoto was refereeing the youth games, the little ones. And so I actually went over just to say hi. Yeah, ¿qué onda? ¿Cómo estás? Like, oh, ¿qué nomás? Just doing a favor for a friend, just kind of here on the weekend. Like, hey, that's awesome, dude. Like, just hopefully you pick up a couple extra schmeckles and just have a good time. And everybody from SDFC was there. We saw the supporter groups. Haven't seen a couple of them in a while. Saw Kevin from Chavos. Saw the assembly of Steven Bolita. Saw great and powerful new CEO for the locals, el señor Juan Cruz. Who else? 18th Battalion. I actually met him. 18th Battalion. Really cool dudes. There, I accidentally interjected, as I typically sometimes do in these things, in a conversation that they were having about the potential for Snapdragon to have inclusive and sensory inclusive matches and just how that would go about. And I'm like, oh, well, let me connect you with the Sirens, because I know the Sirens have a task force that specifically looks at the sensory aspect of Snapdragon. And, they eliminated the flashing lights because of that reason. There's different ways to go ahead and enjoy the game. So it's really cool to kind of link those two groups together in that sense. Really cool dudes. Dago boys, who were the formerly of 1904, not necessarily Albion, but 1904, when they were in Lincoln, March 8th, 2020.
Yeah, it's funny because I talked to Papi Chavo. I was like, hey, so who exactly is Dago boys? Because they're popping up, And he told me, yeah, it's the 1904 guys. Like, it's going to be cool. We're going to collaborate. I was like, okay, that's sick. So it's exciting things happening in the supporter culture for SDFC. Overall, I really like the event. I like the whole vibe of it. I did get some inside info, Tony, on one of the future events, location-wise, for the Chula Vista one.
Okay.
So I'm from Chula Vista, and my thing is, okay, you need. There's one spot you need to make sure you have, because if you don't, it's gonna be a flop. If you do it in East Lake, if you do it in East Lake Soccer League, that's gonna be a flop.
Okay.
You need to do it on 3rd Avenue. I got confirmation that they're shutting down 3rd Avenue.
Oh wow.
The whole block, and it's gonna be a big event in Chula Vista. That's gonna be May 4th. 3rd Avenue will be blocked off. Not really gonna get food trucks or anything like that. They're gonna hit up the local.
Everything's already there. Yeah.
And I told them, you know what? That's perfect, because there's the food festival in 3rd Avenue, and all these restaurants do pop-up shops and stuff like that. So I'm very excited. May 4th, Chula Vista. That's gonna be a big one. But the next one they have is Santee. I believe is in March 2nd. So definitely check that out. It's gonna be at the Sportsplex, or around the Sportsplex in Santee. This is a cool picture.
Yeah, no, shout out to Matt Hannon, member of the local soccer community, and El Tío Glenn. This is called the Chrome Curtain. I mean, just a little snap. Look at those knees. Jesus. Actually, do not look at those knees. They're rough. But yeah, no, that's really cool. I mean, I know that we don't have just exclusive sources in the soccer world. Like, you're part of the community. You're part of Chula Vista. You live in Chula Vista. We live in different parts of the places.
I go to 3rd Avenue all the time.
Yeah, you do. It's interesting. Like it's.
I mean, dude, like, it's such an iconic place for Chula Vista. It's a great place to grab a drink, grab a couple different food, tacos, pizza. Like, they have everything there, man. So definitely it's gonna be cool. The Padres, when they do like their block parties in Chula Vista, they close down 3rd Avenue. So
yeah,
if the Padres can do it, why not SDFC? I think it's gonna be really cool. I think they gotta make sure they promote it because a lot of people in Chula Vista don't really know what's going on with SDFC. I think a lot of people have told me, it's like, hey, that was really cool. I didn't know SDFC was doing that. I told them, yeah, they're going to all 18 cities in San Diego. It's really cool. But yeah, I'm excited for the Chula Vista one for sure.
No, yeah, that's cool. There's still a couple stops in between here and then. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep an eye out there. And I don't know if we're gonna keep playing. I really don't know if we're gonna keep playing because I mean, I don't know if you want to keep playing because
I
and
want
you'll
to
be
try
invited.
a futsal one.
That'd be
That's
interesting.
what I want to try. That's my game. Right?
I think I'm retired. Once again, I said I was gonna be retired, but I'm like retired. For a reason, but no.
But you missed it. Don't tell me you didn't have fun. Don't tell me you want to get back to it.
100%.
Come on.
I missed everything about playing. I miss everything. Like the pain is what I'm here for. Like it's so weird. Like I love the pain of turf burn. Like it just reminds me of a place where I grew up and just being literally alive. It's a cliche, like, oh, I feel alive, man. Just being out there and
You're procrastinating. Pumas is coming for your head, man. On the comments.
what is he saying? Keep playing for your own. I mean, sure. I mean, look, all right. You know what? Procrastinating Puma. I will challenge you to a soccer like thing that you of your choosing. And absolutely just bring it and just end all these rumors. Like I will put it down.
Bro, he's calling you out.
No, he's calling me out, and
No,
I'm like,
I know,
I'm
no,
responding.
yeah.
I'm just here to respond. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Procrastinating Puma chose violence tonight.
Yeah, and I'm responding with potential, embarrassments for him. And
all right.
I just wouldn't want to do that to a member of the community in such a public fashion. But if I must, and you get me on a good day, then we'll see. We'll do it for charity. Charity of your picking. I was just waiting for her response. I was like,
And you will win. I haven't played soccer since grade school. Sounds like excuses.
Yappity yap. It's all good. Bring a friend.
619 soccer. Yo pido and get denied. Oh man, you gotta challenge him now.
Do I just host like a dunk tank and it's just a goal? It's just like whoever scores. You know what? We can actually make pretty badass money there. Like a dunk tank at one of these events.
A local celebrity. Here, Tony, so.
And have like $5 per shot.
You had Andrew Vasiliadis quoting that tweet saying, "Oh, Tony's positioning is great and this and that."
Bro,
like Andrew Vasiliadis getting back into
yeah. No, where is it? Where'd it go? Yeah, no, and this chamaco, like get out of the way. I mean, like look at this. Like I'm off the clock. I don't need to worry about the potential health of the children.
Oh no! Oh no! The YMCA voice. Oh no! Oh no! That's
the walk. I'm struggling. Yeah, no, what I love here is not only Tony Sanchez locked in with his eyeballs, but you can see he's balanced and on his toes, ready to make an explosive move. Talk about explosive. My thighs, my quads exploded. Maybe the arms are away from his body a little bit, but this is peak performance. Love you, my guy. Keep it going.
Your arms are there to help you keep standing.
Well, yes, that too. But then I responded with saying, like, that's a wonderful assessment. Arms are in that position to adjust the shorts in order for minimum wind drag for the moment of flight.
I love that. Our San Diego Open the Football admin saying Tony's haters ball coming this fall.
Did you put that?
I did not put that. That's the boy Drew doing that.
Season's greetings to Wisconsin. I'm down for that. Let's bring it on.
That's funny.
You know what? Let's do it. I want to get together with SDFC and we'll do a couple things. I want to do a live podcast at one of these events. Have a table out there.
I would love to do it in Chula Vista.
Bring it on down. And if we can do it in Chula Vista, let's do that dunk tank idea. Let's bring out a goal. If you want to participate, you get 5 shots. 3 shots, right? Maximum of 3 for $5 a ball. All the money.
$5 to get 3 shots on you.
$10 to get 3 shots on me.
Nah, mames.
Listen, we're not going to keep the money. We'll give it away. We'll give it to charity. We'll legitimately give it to charity. Like we'll give it to Procrastinating Puma's soccer career charity. But no, I'd be so down for that.
Really cool.
money goes to Bridge Barcata, perhaps. I mean, conflict of interest because they're participating in the thing. We'll see.
It would be. It
We'll
would go
see.
to a charity for sure.
And we'll buy soccer stuff for an orphanage in TJ. Like we have
Oh,
connections. We know.
beautiful.
I know a couple of orphanages.
SDFC, we're gonna clip this, send it to you guys. But
Yeah, let's do
that
it.
would be really cool. That's a cool idea, definitely to help out the community and especially the youth in need. I mean, guys, we work with the youth, and there's a lot of chamacos out here that don't have the resources for different things. And if we're able to help out, we're always willing to do that. But I mean, next Chrome Ball tour, Santee. Other than that, the event was great. The vibe was cool overall. If we're on here promoting things, can I promote something real quick, Tony?
I was looking for it.
Oh, here. I got it.
All right. So in non-association, not associated whatsoever. No, I am removing myself from this next segment
I am
as
not.
an individual from the media or whatever, like whatever you want to call it. Come on, hurry up. Let's pick it up. You have it?
It's adding.
Oh my god, come on. Let's go.
There we go. It's there.
All right.
So again, non-media related. Border View YMCA is hosting a teens YMCA futsal night next Wednesday, February 28th.
You're hosting it.
I am hosting
There you
it.
go.
I am running this. It is from 5 p.m. to 6:30. We have that period of time on the courts to play futsal. It is ages 13 to 17. If you have a sibling, a nephew, a cousin, it's open to boys and girls. We're gonna be raffling it out.
Joaquin Jackson, come and destroy everybody with chilenas.
We're gonna raffle out one Mexico away jersey and 2 Barcelonas. One of the Barcelonas, the home kit with the OVO logo, Drake logo.
Yeah,
so shout out to Jersey Logo for donating those jerseys for this event. Definitely come check it out. If you need more info, ask me. Please, I'm trying to make this happen. The more the merrier. So please definitely check that out. Thank you.
Never again. No. No, it's cool. It's an opportunity, another opportunity that we are able to do. Look, if you can get kids out there, you're doing your job. If you're doing your job right, you get paid. If you get paid, we continue to do this.
That's
this
the
venture.
way this works.
I'm trying to give some space before I let my next curse word out, just so you can have this clean, so you can go ahead and repost this. Local news media, wow, coverage of the futsal tournament that I'm putting together. But
That's
all right,
the one and only time I will do that. So thank you for letting me do that. Anyways, is there anything SDFC related that you want to keep talking about? Overall, keep doing your thing, SDFC. These events are great for the community. I love seeing all these people that are passionate about soccer being part of it and being involved, and start signing more players.
Yes, please. Because 100%. Let's even if it's FC Northland, like people let's go. Like it's not just
clock's
something.
ticking.
Tickety talk.
People want things, and yes, the community stuff, but
All
there's
right.
soccer stuff that needs to start happening.
Season screenings. What I miss, Jeff. This is what you missed. This is what you missed, Jeff.
Tony was. Oh man!
All right, that's what you guys missed. But yeah, so that's cool that we have what we have there.
What would you rate it out of 10? Your experience at the Chrome Ball Tour in Poway.
There's no such thing as a 10. Look, solid 8. A solid 8. Like it's a really cool community. I've never really engaged with. There's people who, familiar faces, some people who I wasn't familiar with, a unfamiliar area. I'm really happy with the fact that again there's soccer being expressed in different ways that I'm foreign to over there, and overall I had a good time. I can't fault anybody who's doing a good job with soccer being the conduit for a good time, and I had a great time. I'm hurt. I'm very hurt.
Happy hurt.
Like I'm like trying to get up.
Was it a struggle to go? You went to a wedding yesterday. Was it a struggle? I wait. Can you pick something off the floor right now?
I mean, now, yeah. Like, it's just.
See, wait.
It doesn't translate to video, and it's kind of healed. When I went into a pool that same day, and it stung like so badly. But yeah, no, it's fine. I did go
Tony and Boris Pardo with game-winning
They did go to the
shootout
wedding.
saves this weekend.
Absolutely. You know what? And that's from Everything SD. Johnny Richardson reporting that
Poway local.
Poway local. Heard I would be there. More information on coaches in Q2 for SDFC. That is correct. So yes. So
Yeah.
we have insider information on things that are that's happening. Some of the information has been embargoed, so it's we're not at privy to say yet. But as soon as we can, we're going to go ahead and make sure to have that news out there and about over on San Diego.Futbol. That's right. That is the website, San Diego.Futbol. Where's my little thing? Where'd it go? San Diego.Futbol.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and start transitioning over to San Diego Wave. Season's about to start. They're heading up to Coachella for their invitational, playing 2 matches over there against Bay FCD and Portland, I believe. But other than that, news that they have, they're dropping kits next week.
Yeah, so the news came down that the kits are coming. And just to give an idea, like this is the first year that it's not going to be training kits, to say it lightly.
Like a training template, yeah.
Yeah, like it's going to be something that's custom made. It's going to be something that's going to be intentional for this season.
Are they going to be sick? Are they going to be cool?
So actually, I had a sneak preview of what they're actually going to look like with the announcement coming through. When was it? A couple of days ago, like 2-3 days ago. Save the date for 2024 jersey launch pop-up February 27th at 6 p.m. at the Adams Avenue Theater. That's where San Diego Loyal also had an event for a kit launch. What I'll say about the kit from what I saw is that people are going to like it. People are going to eat it up. People are going to think it's a complete departure from, again, those template kits, the template just training kits that they've been using for the past couple of years. My only thing about it is that I think that kit should be a third kit, not the main kit. I think that main kit should be a third kit. It's a cool kit. It's interesting. It's an interesting concept. But again, I'm more traditional in the sense that, just have a regular, kit 1, kit 2, and maybe kit 3. I have not seen the second kit, although things are pointing out to not a lot of blue coming into the season. So that's something to look out for. I don't think that the prominence of that royal dark deep blue on the kits is going to be a thing for this next season. But again, I've only laid eyes on the first kit. And it's cool. I'm not gonna say it's not. It's cool, but it looks like a third kit for me. Take that as you will, but people are gonna like it. People are gonna really like it. It's gonna fly off the shelves. Another gaff that we didn't mention actually was speaking of uniforms, this is the MLS prices for uniforms, $200 for a jersey.
That is insane. Yeah.
You know what? Fine. I'm not okay with that, but I'm okay with it.
I mean, that's what it costs.
Yeah.
That's what MLS tickets
That's
cost.
the NFL jerseys are the same, if not more. Baseball jerseys, same, if not more. Like, this is unfortunately the standard of just professional sports jersey wearing. And at the end of the day, the people at the border that are going to be selling them are going to be making bank because they're going to be selling them for $50. And they're not the same quality, but it's going to get the point across. That's how you know that you have a good kid in hand, when there's a lot of marca panchito, like just second, just not the quality out there, but people are going to wear it because they vibe with it.
Oh yeah, and then they're gonna make mock kits for sure and everything. Since we're talking Wave, I put a link on the private chat, Tony. If you want to open it up real quick and share that. The Padres are having a fan fest and they're having a softball celebrity game, and 2 Wave players are gonna participate in it.
Oh yeah,
Abby Dalkemper and Alex Morgan, and along with Landon Donovan participating in this.
Oh wow, who else is that? FaZe Rug, bro.
FaZe Rug is in this. Drew Brees is in it.
Who?
Drew Brees.
I know.
Brandon Moreno is gonna be in
Plum.
it.
All right.
So it's Rey Mysterio.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm going.
He has no strike zone.
You're not gonna be there? I'm going.
Are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Are you legitimately gonna go?
Yeah, it's a free event.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my girl got tickets.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
She's gotten 4 tickets. That's pretty cool. Doesn't sound like I love it. The kits, no, I don't
You
love
don't
it.
love them? Okay.
I don't think I always love. Oh, and thank you, Paul. Thank you for being joining Bridge Brooklyn. Always being part of the soccer community. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that, sir. Yes, and now we're talking about kits. The money, yeah, like people are gonna buy them either way. I like them. I like them. Do I love them? No,
Mhm.
I don't love them. As a first kit,
I haven't seen him, so I can't say anything.
I need to see it in person. I need to see it in action for me to say like I love it or not. I like again other kits. There's been times where I've been like I do not like that, and then it kind of took me a while. I'm like, all right, it kind of makes sense. Um, Are there tattooed roses on it? No, but it is very proprietary. It is very unique. Um, the way that it's inlaid, and it's going to be interesting to see how Wave actually come out and market this for it. Um, let's see.
Name a kid
Does it
you
represent
like.
San Diego? Yes, it represents that. Like, oh, yeah, actually, yeah, I'll just say that.
You're gonna
This
get like
scarf
an
right here,
ocean vibe of it, a sunset vibe.
it represents that aesthetic well.
Okay.
So I'll say that.
I'm gonna be quite honest.
Uh-huh.
Anything that they had last season and this first season should be better.
It's better.
Whether you don't like it or not,
100%.
it,
It's
it
better.
has to be better. And I think Wave fans are going to be appreciative that they get something different than just a basic Nike template. So I whether it's cool, whether it's not, I think it's going to be better regardless, and it's going to look nice on Snapchat and it's going to look cool.
Now I'm trying to think of what Jeremy's saying here. Name a kit you love. Like, see, that's
San Diego related?
I don't know if it's San Diego related. It's just I mean, I'm just thinking in general, right? Like,
I don't like the one you're wearing.
you don't. Wow, you don't like this one?
I don't.
Okay.
I also didn't like the Padres when they.
Okay. And that's fair to be wrong.
I know we lived in
I'm trying. No,
Miami.
I'm legitimately trying to think of a kit that I like. If I'm, because I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm not saying I don't love it. I don't love it as a first kit. Well, I'll give you something that I don't love as well. Anything that Puma came out that had the crest in the middle, I hated those.
Those were
The
terrible.
MLS ones, the Inter Miami ones, I can't stand those with the crest in the middle.
What about the first home Charlie kits for Loyal?
Which one was those?
Tory Green.
The tour. I like the concept of it. Did I love it? No. I have a
one with the map.
I have the map one was cool, but again, taking everything into consideration, I have a love-hate relationship with the material of the Charlie kits. That's a very interesting question. I think we should do that.
Segment next week.
Do you know what, Jeremy? You have prompted a segment for next week. It's going to be just kits. You bring some
Loyal
kits.
Purple Stone Brewing goalkeeper kit was my
Ahí
favorite.
está,
Johnny
ahí está,
Richardson
get it.
said.
Get it? It's right there. I do like this one. Just for the record, again, I don't have to say it. So this is the one. Nope, this is actually another one. That's a different one. This is the Rocket League one. There's actually a game worn John Kempen one. It's that one right there.
This one was nice.
That one was all right. I kind of had to grow into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Bench worn, absolutely. But yeah, we'll come back to that question.
You guys
I like
know
that.
me about kits. I don't care what they look like as long as the team's playing great. So we'll see what this season has in store for SD Wave. Anything else? Wave. We spoke to Carusa during the week.
So we went over for media availability. Kira Carusa was named to the Irish women's national team, and she's going to be doing a lot of traveling. There's going to be a lot of movement with her, but she's starting now this year with San Diego Wave. She came in halfway through the season last year, so now to have an off season, it's interesting to see what that's like for her and just the process she's going through. I caught her at the end of training, and the first question that I actually asked her had a little bit to do with the fact that now San Diego Wave has a DNA of Stanford that goes even deeper. They have a couple of players, starting with Naomi Gurma, right? Sierra Angie. And I asked her a question of like, hey, like, Wave now has this backbone of Stanford with
Kennedy Wesley.
Kennedy Wesley, with yourself and everybody. Like, what's that like for the culture and now bringing it together with Casey Stoney? So let's hear a little bit of that over in training.
100%. I mean, the familiarity is, it's just something you can't get anywhere else, and it's so genuine and it's so organically grown, which is great. I think that the best things about like the Stanford culture was that kind of similar culture to here, of like there's the respect on and off the field, the common goal, the foundation that we all believe in, the non-negotiables we all have like deep in us, like that's always been the same. And it's lovely because I mean, I'm playing with Stanford players that I didn't even get to play with in my time at Stanford, but that culture and the personality and the personas, it's all the same and it's all familiar, which is, it makes a team function so much better. And you can kind of see how we all kind of get along that way. And it's like contagious energy. So it's good.
And that's really important to see what this new generation is going to bring for San Diego Wave, right? Like, you have a certain philosophy to play from, and they know each other, and it would pay dividends with Sierra Angie being able to really come in and play in different positions next to Naomi Gurman and
Listed
just
as a defender this season,
yeah.
so.
Exactly. So it's going to be fun to watch. Then I asked her just kind of like, hey, you have the Sirens backing you here in the Cove. What's it like to having somebody, who a group that knows who you are, that knows where you're coming from, and just cheers and does that? Like, do you have a message for them? You might hear a little bit of that background audio just because it was captured through San Diego Wave cameras and microphones. So I was a little bit off camera. So let's see what Cruz had to say here.
It's incredible. I won't forget being at that first home game and seeing the Sirens like show up for us and know us all by name and be able to celebrate all of us and what we've done. New players coming in and anyone who's been here from the beginning, like they know us like anyone else in this program. And I think that's not common. Like, that doesn't just happen at programs. It definitely doesn't. It's not something that just like happens with a new program either. And again, it's that same kind of similar, like organic, like very genuine growth that as a team, like it only embodies us as like our culture and as who we are as players. And it's incredible to see. Anyone have one?
Perfect.
No,
yeah.
and I mean,
Ready to go.
dividends, right? It pays great honor for the San Diego Sirens. I mean, the impact that they make on the game.
Yeah. Shout out Sirens.
I caught Carusa for the virtual availability later that day as well, and
Double wave duty.
Yeah. All the boys hurt.
I am.
I ended up asking her more about Casey Stoney. She extended till 2027 as a player, seeing your coach pretty much commit to your team for that period of time. Is that a contributing factor for motivation? Like, do you play harder for the coach, right? It's knowing that, hey, this coach believes in this. I'm gonna bust my ass to play for this coach. Yeah. And yeah, you can share her response.
Hi, Kyra. Thank you for your time. Recently, head coach.
Sound too good.
100%. I would say that a huge thing is like when you're making decisions for yourself about where you're going to be and where you're going to play, like coaches and players around you, like everything can change on a dime, which is hard when you're trying to like make these decisions for yourself, but you're thinking about the people and the environment you're in. And I think that for myself, the kind of respect and the kind of growth I've had under Casey in such the short amount of time, I'd say that it was definitely a massive pro to see her, come back to this program and be a part of those conversations with me about coming back to this team, because ultimately, like, you want to continue to get better and you want to continue to be in an environment with, around people who get what you're going through, who have been through it themselves, and who have, also experienced the things that didn't work for them and really worked for them, and be able to like use that with you as players. There's just massive respect around that. And I say that that doesn't always come around, and you don't always come up to that. So having Casey being here and signing on to 2027 is nothing but a pro for, I'd say, myself and everyone else on this team.
And then from there, I followed up with the next question, just saying, hey, you came in mid-season last season, right? Coming on and starting as beginning of the season now. How do you welcome newcomers into the team? Like, you're part of the team now. You're settled in. You're a veteran player. Like, you take that leadership role of welcoming new talents into the team. And her response was also pretty good.
Then be successful on the field. I want to afford that opportunity to anyone I come in contact with. And I know that with newcomers coming in, and there's always there's some people who aren't even here with us just yet, and they'll be coming in soon enough.
Oh, okay.
I think of myself last season having been just a late addition and having the impact in which I did. I want to afford that opportunity for every single player who plays with us, because ultimately it makes us better as a team, and it makes those players feel more confident and comfortable in this environment, and makes them want to stay, makes them want to give more, makes them want to be a better player, make other people feel better around them, lead, and it's exemplified amongst myself to other teammates, and then teammates, and on and on. And I think of that, I would do that regardless, me having come in late last season or not. But yeah, I think it's a very important thing to continue that kind of respect amongst players, because you want that kind of culture amongst you.
And that's Kyra Carusa from San Diego Wave, who eventually will become a starter in the team this season, especially if Alex Morgan doesn't pick up the slack.
Yeah, I think that Morgan Stray. No, I think that she has a really good opportunity to really cement herself in this team. Her as an international is going to be difficult, especially being an international that travels halfway across the world. We saw with Emily Van Egmond last year, just that travel is grueling, and yeah.
So they asked her in that same press conference if she was born in San Diego and now she ended up playing for the Irish national team. And her answer, I mean, it's a good question if you think about it. Right? Shout out to Morvilla for asking that question, but he was just curious on how all that worked out. So, her grandfather and from that line were born and raised in Irish, and she kind of was able to get grandfather into the Irish national team. Like, she has dual citizenship from both Ireland and the US. So therefore, I mean, we see it all the time when it comes to Mexico, like naturalizados, like Ciña and different players that end up playing for Mexico.
Cade Cowell,
mi compa el mexicano, el vaquero, Cade Cowell.
And last little tidbit here, just in San Diego Wave, just shout out to the Sirens. We're gonna go ahead and have the call of the Siren coming up next week as well. We're due 1 week, yes, 1 week, yeah, TIFO time coming through. So laying it down, it's gonna be very interesting to see what the Cove is gonna have to share for San Diego.
Tifos look pretty dope at Snapchat.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope. So I can't wait to see what.
Again, it's going to be incumbent of the teams that fill Snapdragon to make that facility and take advantage of it as much as they possibly can. So shout out to everybody involved with San Diego Wave. San Diego Wave will be playing in the Coachella Valley Invitational. As you mentioned, there's going to be media availability coming up. We will be having words with, that sounds like we're yelling at each other. We will be having a chance to speak to Calaprico coming up as part of their media availability this week. So if you have any questions, any potential things that you want to know here,
hey, you know what?
Let us know.
You know what they're doing very different this season than the first season?
Yeah.
It's not Alex Morgan every media availability.
Yeah.
First season, it was Alex Morgan, and Alex Morgan, then Dow Kemper, and Sheridan. They're literally putting out different faces for media to speak with, which I personally love.
Yeah, 100%. And so we're going to go ahead and get that ready to go, ready to roll. Really appreciate just having that space to talk with the players for San Diego Wave. So more coverage to come. Speaking about, obviously, internationals with Carusa. International play is coming back to San Diego.
Yeah, we're finally having soccer back at Snapdragon and in San Diego in general at professional level. The Women's Gold Cup, it's the first edition ever happening of this tournament, and it's going to be happening here in our backyard at Snapdragon Stadium. It starts tomorrow over in LA. The first game of the tournament is going to be Mexico against Argentina. 14 clubs participating in this event. Mexico kicking it off against Argentina. Scarlett Camderos picked up a muscle injury, so she's out of the tournament. She shared an Instagram story sharing that. She was very disappointed. They ended up picking up a player from Las Cholas to fill in her spot. But yeah, and then the U.S. will play Dominican Republic as well tomorrow over in LA. And the first round of games we have here at Snapdragon is Panama versus Colombia, Wednesday, February 21st at 4:30 p.m. Then we got Brazil against Puerto Rico. Pretty cool that they ended up winning the prelims, making it into the group stage at 7:15. Tickets, if you're gonna participate, tickets, the cheapest ones to go to both of these games combined is $18. I recommend trawling there. Parking can be expensive, but I'm very curious, Tony, to see what kind of turnout the San Diego soccer community, like how many people actually pull up to Snapdragon.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great deal because if you get one ticket, you can get the ticket for the second game, right? And so that's going to be a huge incentive there here at Snapdragon. So it's already started the tournament, but games to look forward to is on the 20th. So it's going to be Friday. No,
Which
this
one?
already happened.
Which one are you talking
The ones in LA.
Well, tomorrow starts it out in LA.
Mhm.
Mexico, Argentina, and the US against.
That's
Dominican
right. I saw
Republic.
these two together.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait, that's on Friday.
Group A is playing in LA, and
Mhm.
then
Group B will playing here
Group
at
B playing
Snapdragon.
in Snapdragon,
Got
and then Group C, where Canada's playing, is playing in Shell Energy Stadium, which is in
Houston.
Houston.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and have coverage there. I'm gonna try to make it. You're gonna go for sure to LA to the US Mexico game.
After my doctor's appointment and running over there.
Absolutely. Season's greetings.
Yeah,
because
so show out $18 to go to Snapdragon to watch two games. I'm very curious to see again the turnout. Last game we were at Snapdragon, it was what, like 25,000+ for the NWSL championship match.
Am I necessarily expecting those numbers? I don't think so. But again,
Échale un número. ¿Cuánto echas?
Okay. If
I say
Wave Wednesday Challenge Cup match brought
Makes up about
15,000.
12 to 15.
12 to 15.
I'm thinking this is gonna get anywhere from 8 to 12.
8 to 12. Okay. So I said 12 to 15, the higher end of that. So
anything under that, I'd be a little disappointed.
yeah,
from the San
100%.
Diego soccer
Yeah,
community.
100%. And that's going to be really telling to see like what the pull of
Because not only
Snapdragon is.
Exactly. If people don't show out, there's zero chance we get bigger tournaments in the future for Copa America, for World Cup in the future, or anything like that. There's zero chance that CONCACAF, CONMEBOL, FIFA is going to look at San Diego and say, yeah, we want games here.
Yeah, and it's going to be a difference between this and the final, right? The championship game is going to be here in San Diego at Snapdragon. So that one's going to be the most packed of any tournament, especially if the U.S. make it all the way, which is hopefully what they're going for, with the exclusion of Alex Morgan.
The semifinals are going to be at Snapdragon. The finals going to be at Snapdragon. So those will definitely have larger audience for sure. Especially like I said, if the U.S. is there.
This is a new era for the U.S. women's national team, and Emma Hayes, the coach, former Chelsea, now U.S. Women's national team head coach, is saying that it's not.
She's not there yet, right? I believe. I think
no, she's not. But are you going to let me finish my story, and then you can find out where I'm actually going to go.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Go ahead.
Throw it back.
Se cayó el piso.
Oh, you're not gonna pick it up. Okay. No, she was saying like there's like not necessarily saying and implying. It was just the statement of like, yeah, no, there's a lot of egos at that highest level, and it's not necessarily a bad thing because it's true in any sport at the highest tier. There's egos and there's people who think they're entitled to be and make the roster every single time. And it wasn't necessarily commentary on a specific player, but she's talking about like, no, it's time to turn a different leaf, and it's time to really see what else is out there and make this team a little bit younger in order to have that longevity. And there's some really good players coming up for the U.S. women's national team. And I think they have the firepower enough to make it all the way to the final. So it should be a final with the U.S. women's national team here in Snapdragon. So absolutely. There actually was a great article as well by the fantastic local writer here, Cesar Hernandez, Cesar H. Football CONCACAF Women's Gold Cup preview, U.S. Women's National Team's chances, format, and more. So check that out. The boy here, Cesar H. Football, Cesar Hernandez, doing what he's doing. Kilgore has been doing a great job here, as pictured. Who you had a run-in with. That seems like such a long time ago.
Not even her. It was
it wasn't her, but it was it was
it didn't fall. I have it.
Oh, look at that. But yeah, so that's going to be coming up here in San Diego. We're going to have coverage of that on the ground, boots on the ground, boots in the fire. Anything else?
I think that covers it, man. Definitely go check it out. Go to Snapdragon. Go support the Wave players and Me Official San Diego local in LA on Friday.
And talking about U.S. Women's National Team, shout out to Melanie Barcenas, who did win the.
What did she win?
What
did she win, Tony?
She won the under 17, tournament.
This dude hits me up, tells me, "Oh
Shut
yeah,
up.
Melby won the Gold Cup." I said, "No, she didn't.
Is it
She
not
won the
is
under
it not
17 women's CONCACAF championship to qualify to the under 17 women's World Cup? Is it not a cup?
Is it not a cup that's made of gold?
It's not made out of gold.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure
You don't
it's
know.
not made
You're
out of
pretty
gold,
sure, but you don't know that. All right. So she did win a cup that was gold. So congratulations to Melanie Barcenas for winning a gold cup. Not the gold cup.
Back at training with San Diego Wave, she had a nice little back heel pass to
Mhm.
Alex Morgan that Wave shared. So keep dropping that content. People are loving it. San Diego Wave.
Keep it up. But yeah, good stuff. In other non soccer related stuff, San Diego Mojo volleyball team. How about you win a game?
How about you win a set?
How about you win a set, please?
Oh,
Now they're waiting to the home opener here in San Diego. So shout out to that. Seasons greetings. Join us for 2 Balls and a Mic, episode 212. Shout out to everybody who participated in sending us the clips. Thank you to Bridge Barcata. Thank you to Paul. Thank you to San Diego Football Club for allowing us to play in the Chrome Ball Tour. We're going to keep following the Chrome Ball Chronicles and actually start following FC Northland as well. Keeping an eye on the MLS. The MLS season is beginning and starting on up. Everything that's happening in Coca Champions as well. We're going to start having that coverage. Look out for a good little conversation later on this week having to do with U.S. soccer and more with a special guest. You know him, you love him. He may have had a little bit of breaking news about the MLS even coming to San Diego in the first place. So that should give you the hint. That was a while ago. We found out a lot of cool things there. But season's greetings to everybody who's joined us. Shout outs to the Mojo. Please win something. Please. I hope they win in the volleyball.
At least a set.
Please.
Just start it off.
Please. Season's greetings. Check out everything San Diego.Futbol at the actual website, San Diego.Futbol, and anything soccer for everything soccer in San Diego. This has been The Boys. Tony Sanchez and Alejandro El Chiva Villaseñor. See you later.
Have a good night.
Till next
Enjoy your
time.
week.
3 kits you love next week, 100%. Bring everybody else. Bring those 3
Everyone
kits.
has homework.
Shout out
Everyone
Paul
has homework.
for
Okay,
this.
wait. Are we making it local?
Doesn't have to be local.
Doesn't have to. Just 3 kits you left. Gotcha.
3 kits. Might have more. See you guys
I
next
love
week.
that.
Thank you for procrastinating.
Have a
Thank you
good night.
guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.